And tens of thousands of people in central North Carolina could be without power until Thursday.
Crews in Moore County have been working to restore electricity after what authorities are calling a deliberate attack on two power substations. Investigators have yet to name a suspect, but they say whoever was behind the attack damaged the facilities after firing at them. A motive is not yet clear. Governor Roy Cooper says authorities are leaving no stone unturned to find out whoever did this and hold them accountable.
Protecting critical infrastructure like our power system must be a top priority. This kind of attack raises a new level of threat, regardless of motive. Violence and sabotage will not be tolerated.
Let's bring in CBS News senior national correspondent Mark Strassmann. He is there in Moore County. Mark, before we even get into more of the whodunit, just tell us, how are people there dealing with the lack of power?
Well, it's a bit of a grind, to be honest. I mean, after the first day or two, when most people can suck it up for a little bit, but every passing day that goes on when you wake up and the house is cold and all the food in the refrigerator is spoiled, and you can't charge up your cell phone, so you can't reach out to other people that you need to talk to throughout the course of all of our days. But that's what we do all day. Let's face it. You can't even check your phone to get the latest headlines. So it's become a bit of a grind, and we've been out and about today, this morning. And for instance, we at one point were in a food line where there was some food being given away, and you found really a mix of folks in that line, because while clearly if you're lower income, like most of life's crises, it hits you harder. But there are also people middle class and up who are being hit hard too, just because their houses are cold. Their food is also spoiled in the fridge, and so it's getting to be a bit much. And people here want their power back on.
Yeah, it seems. I mean, there's just so much to adapt to, and it's such a weird kind of crime. Have investigators made any progress? Are they talking about motive or a suspect at this point? What are they saying?
Lilia, I think it's true. Like, weird is the word for it. I mean, weird and criminal, but weird in the sense that it's just very unusual. I mean, driving by a substation, blasting it with a gun. I mean, when's the last time you heard of that happening? We all cover different kinds of stories, but I've never covered that or heard about that. So, which is, I think, one of the reasons why the FBI is here too, is just because they bring unusual expertise. This is an unusual crime. It seems like, all in all, would be a good fit as they help out state and local officials. But to answer your question, there is no known motive. There are no known suspects. Was this an inside job by somebody in the county? Was this an outsider coming in? What was the agenda? Was it just malicious mischief, or was there something more to it? What we have heard is that whoever did it apparently knew what they were doing, knew which parts of the utility equipment to shoot up, and they've certainly had an impact. If they wanted to have one, that mission accomplished. And so here now as they try to restore the power, they also try to restore the confidence in people here that they're on the case, that they're going to find out who did this and bring them to justice.
Well, I want to follow up with you on that point, Mark, because I think it's revealed this vulnerability that we didn't know existed. And then you always get worried when something makes a lot of news like this, that there will be copycats. Right. Have authorities discussed putting additional security measures around these vulnerable power facilities there and then also throughout the country?
Well, a good question. First of all, as far as here goes, they're not talking about security arrangements, just as we often hear. We don't discuss security details with the public just because they don't want to give bad people an inside track. Sure. Okay, that said. Now, would you assume, assumptions being dangerous, but would you assume that they're paying extra attention? Of course, not just here, but around the country. Because, I mean, CBS and other news agencies and even the Department of Homeland Security has spotlit that these substations are vulnerable. They're often not protected well. They're in the power generation business, not the security business. And so I think these guys, when they showed up at these substations, it was kind of a soft target. And now it's also been a consequential crime that they committed, because look at the disruption here and the discomfort. So yeah, I think there's going to be some reevaluation here on the part of local law enforcement and even state law enforcement. We got to protect these assets somehow. So what's the best way? What's the most affordable and efficient way to do that?
Yeah, well, sad state of affairs. All right, Mark, thank you.
Of course.